Salisbury Center, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's DeMario McLemore.
All right, this is for the vacant welterweight title fight this evening here, Sadiq. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Both of these fighters coming in around 170. DeMario McLemore, he's 6'1", he's coming in at 168, 38 years of age, fighting out of the lab, and the lab's been producing some pretty big fighters. He's got a 2-1-1. He's got a draw on the card here. Don't normally see that there, Sadiq.
Yeah, I think I've been here for almost all of those fights, or this guy's fighting every other week.
He is. He's fighting every day.
Yeah.
He fights
so
every
it's
day.
one of those things. He's staying very, very busy. And at the age of 38, man, it's very impressive. And as you guys see him take his shirt off, his physique is crazy, especially for his age.
Yeah, and listen, his entire career has been fought here at CageZilla. You know, like he hasn't gone anywhere. He's very technical. He likes to stand up. He defends pretty good against the ground. But, you know, just to see the way he looks and as much as he fights, he just stays in shape. I mean, he's going to be 40 years old in two years.
Yes.
I don't think he could get fat. I think he could try to get fat, and
yes.
he wouldn't get fat.
He might just have one of those God-given bodies, you know, or he's a hard worker.
Now, his split decision loss was to Dakota Harmon. So, you know, Dakota has put in some work also. We've seen him a couple of times. But DeMario comes in here, and when he starts to fight, Sadiq, he's very stoic, right?
Yes.
Not a lot of movement, and he just looks so concentrated and doesn't waste a lot of energy. That's going to be good because this is for 15 minutes now.
Yeah, this is just like the last one we saw. You know, these guys that are fighting for these belts, it's kind of the guys that you could kind of see them turn them pro, you know, and maybe they're just trying to do like a couple more or get a little bit more established going with the 3 5-minute rounds. But I'm definitely expecting to see a higher caliber of fighting than the debuters.
After talking to DeMario, though, you just don't find a whole bunch of nice guys. You know what I mean? Like, this dude is just super nice. Fighting another guy who's super nice, you know, coming up. But there's a huge age difference here also in these fights.
Yeah, he always shows a lot of love to his opponents. I always like that. Whenever he's fighting, he shows respect, shows love. You know, he's not one of these big trash-talking guys. And he's not a guy that overly celebrates when he wins.
All right, let's throw it up to Chris Fuller, get the second introduction. Chris?
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Connor McFarland.
All right, Connor McFarland is coming to us out of Mount Kim Martial Arts in Culpeper, Virginia. So we got Fredericksburg versus Culpeper. Connor McFarland, 6'1". Both those guys the same height, 170, 23 years of age. It's 38 versus 23. He has an MMA record of 3-0, and he's ranked 19th in the U.S. Southeast. Not just here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, but the whole entire Southeast, right? Just another talented young fighter.
Yeah, and as you see, all 3 of his wins have come by submission, you know, so he's definitely going to be looking to take this fight to the ground. In a place where in the past I've kind of seen DeMario struggle a little bit, not necessarily with the takedowns, but on the ground there's been a little bit of a problem. But we'll see how it goes.
And listen, the last time that Connor McFarland was here, he did an interview, right? Skyler went out, talked to him, and he said, listen, I'm tired of doing this stuff. I want to go out and I want to fight. So he called out, you know, I don't care who owns the belt. I want to go fight for that belt. And we don't usually grant stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to come in here and you have to earn it. But this is the first time that we felt like this guy deserved a shot.
Yeah, I mean, your accolades speak for themselves, you know, and especially if you're putting on a performance. It's rare when you also see guys that just ask for the belt because some guys try to skate by to try to get some easy wins. If a guy's asking for the belts, he's also asking for tough matchups.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it down to Chris to get the official introduction. Chris, take it away.
Salisbury Center, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is for the CageZilla welterweight title. It is brought to you by our friends at Cherokee Decks, specializing in custom decks and porches for over 2 decades. And Peb's Paintball and Airsoft, the Mid-Atlantic's premier paintball and airsoft park. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'1" and weighing in at 168 pounds, fighting out of the lab with a record of 2-1-1, it's DeMario McLemore. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6'1" and weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Mount Kim Martial Arts, he brings a perfect 3-0 record to the cage. It's Connor McFarland. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is for the vacant CageZilla welterweight title. It is brought to you by Cherokee Decks, And Pev's Paintball and Airsoft, your referee is Junior Ruby.
Junior Ruby will be the referee for this event. As Junior gets the cage all set up, ready to go here. Junior will make sure both of these fighters understand the rules. This is a title fight. Checks with both of them. Checks with the judges, and here we go. They come out. Oh, no, we're not touching gloves.
No touch of gloves. That's my type of style right there, man. Let's just get straight to it. Very fast kicks from Connor. Very fast hands from DeMario.
Oh, wow. Great job by Connor.
Oh, he hurt him. He hurt DeMario with that kick. He hurt DeMario bad with that kick, man. And like we said, this guy comes from a very traditional martial arts background. That's why he's able to hit those kicks so fast. You know, there's a lot of snap and pops to these traditional martial arts guys. A lot of them, it might not look strong from the outside until it hits you across the face.
Even we were talking about this last fight. Even the ones that just nick you.
Yeah, for sure. Like that one right there just nicked him, but it nicked you right on the eyeball where it matters.
Now we need to slow this down. And this is the second time we've seen a title fight start out gangbusters here.
Yeah, this is exactly what DeMario needs. You just slow it down. But I also don't. Right now they're fighting against the fence, but I feel like DeMario's using a little too much energy. You know, just slow down. He's not going anywhere. The fence is behind him. Don't use more energy than you need to.
Is DeMario keeping him pinned up against that cage
so
he does not get kicked again?
Well, just to at least slow things down. Let's get our body used to what's going on. You know, that kick was very effective. It was right on the eyeball. I think kind of shut DeMario's eye. And
both fighters in extreme great shape.
Yeah, Connor's looking to control that overhook and now looking for a Muay Thai plum to start working some knees to the body. Oh, he has good control here. If DeMario got to be careful not to duck his head down, because that's what happens a lot of times when guys start grabbing Muay Thai plums. The other guy duck their head down and get guillotined.
Conor McFarland working on that front leg. Oh, good right hand by DeMario.
And that's what happens. These traditional martial artists guys, they're really good throwing kicks with their lead leg, which is not something that you see often from guys that come from like Muay Thai and those kind of backgrounds.
A couple of big roundhouse kicks from McFarland.
Yeah, very.
He looked pretty balanced and control.
Yeah, very rangy guy. DeMario needs to get in boxing range. Oh, that was a strong right hand.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, man, when Conor connects, man, it's doing damage. When Conor connects, it's doing big damage. Good takedown from DeMario. Now you got to be careful. Like I said before, I've seen DeMario make a few mistakes when he gets to the ground. The wrestling is not a problem, but when he gets to the ground, he does make a little bit of errors.
So I don't know what DeMario hit him with, but the back shoulder blade of Conor McFarland looks like one big gigantic bruise.
Yeah, it might be from that slam that just happened.
I think it was there. I was going to bring it up to you before, but until he went to the ground.
Yeah, now you see, this is what I mean. You see how DeMario's keeping his head down the whole time? Mm-hmm. Like, this is an error. You're just giving your opponent opportunities to snatch guillotines when possible. And if not guillotines, he was going to do this A.J. McKee neck crank, you know. And I think that's actually what he's trying to set up. Yeah, I think he's trying to set up a neck crank. Yep, and he got it. And see, and that's a problem from staying down that low. Yeah, he's setting up a neck crank. This might be it, depending on how flexible DeMario is. Yeah, this might be it. Yeah, it is. And that, like I was saying before, DeMario needs to work on.
Puts himself in a bad spot.
Yeah. Well, like his takedowns are great, but when he gets on the ground, he kind of has some bad tendencies.
Look at that mark on the back.
And this is something that's easily fixable. I know he's a little upset right now, but if he hears this, like. It's something that you know you could easily work on when you get to the gym. You know, it's just putting yourself in better positions when you're on bottom. Like taking your head away from where their arms are. If you're going to rest your head, rest it in the middle of their chest, not on the side.
Yeah, and I'm with you. You know, the guys from the lab have always been really good.
Yes.
I think they'll go back, they'll watch the video, they'll listen to what you had to say.
Yes.
But I think DeMario was in this. I think it stung him on one of the kicks.
Yeah, one of the kicks stung him, one and the right hand stung him. But that was a great takedown on his part. It's just the habits that he has when he gets to the grounds that's a problem. And with a guy like Conor, that all his wins are from submission. And like I said, this neck crank, I kind of saw him setting it up from the get-go. When somebody have their head that low, that neck crank is powerful. Your body's locked in one spot, and your spine is being popped out. You never know. DeMario might end up having a back like me tomorrow.
Well, I bet DeMario goes and watches this and goes, how did I let myself do that? right? Because I don't think that Connor was going to win that quick. I think DeMario set himself up to lose, unfortunately, and DeMario is for one of our amateur fighters, is one of the best that we have.
Yeah, it's an easy mistake to fix, though. At least now you know what you did wrong. You could go address it when you get home.
And DeMario is super upset with himself, man. I bet that doesn't happen again. All right. Yeah. All right, let's throw it down to Chris Fuller. It looks like he has the results. Chris, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Junior Ruby has called a stop to the action 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the very first round for your winner and new CageZilla champion out of the blue corner, it's Connor McFarland.
Great work by Connor, man. You know, I like the fact that he's a traditional martial arts guy, but he still has a lot of good stuff when it comes to the grappling area, too. He has really fast kicks, very good dexterity in his legs, and very good lead leg attacks.
I mean, he was super agile with those kicks.
Yes.
You know, the couple of kicks, and we saw him, you know, push DeMario back up against the cage and then had, you know, snapped a couple of kicks off. That was some impressive moves from a bigger guy at 6'1", you know, and he covered a lot of ground. Like,
yes.
when you saw those kicks, he moved DeMario from one side of the cage to the other.
Yeah, definitely. From the first kick off the break, I saw the speed that came with it. DeMario had a lot of speed in his punches, but it's one of those things you could tell right away. Okay, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy has a lot of snaps to his strikes.
All right, let's throw it down to Skylar real quick. She's going to have Connor McFarland. You never know what this guy's going to say. Skylar, take it away with the new welterweight title, champ.
All right, I interviewed you last time. We had a conversation about how you wanted this belt.
I want it bad. I wanted it bad. Hey, I may not be pregnant, but I sure do deliver. So, I gotta say thanks to Scotty and Dennis. It is all for me, but this ain't the last day for me. I'm gonna get another one of these here, and you're all gonna know it. It's gonna happen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations again. Back to you, Kevin.